What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to BRICKcast for another important installment in the Battlebox mock process. Now, looking at the Battlebox, you can see it looks exactly the same as where we left it last time. That's because today I'm going to be just doing kind of a live on-camera build. I'll stop a little bit in between to kind of talk about what I'm working on, and so you guys can see the process of this whole awesome smooth Battlebox floor coming together, and I am super psyched to see how this all goes. Before we get into it, I just want to say, if you like this series, if you like this build, go ahead and subscribe. In other words, don't be this minifigure. Alright, so getting started here, first really thing we're going to need to do is finally cover up all of these red bricks, and that's going to be starting off with these huge panels. Now, a lot of the building here I've done off camera just because I have to look back at my digital build and like troubleshoot some things, but since I was able to build this side with the red square and the side with the blue square is basically just a mirror image of this, I'm going to be able to try and get through it pretty fast here on camera. So bear with me if you can, and yeah, I'm just going to get started by putting these super large, super shiny, brand new 8x16 plates on the build. I've got these awesome yogurt cups here full of bricks that I'm just going to be using to kind of keep everything organized. As my awesome sister would say, it's always a good idea to reuse things, so just kind of there's my explanation for this awesome medley of Tupperware surrounding my build here. So you all can kind of spot this outline that I've done here. I just made these pieces in gray to kind of distinguish them from everything else as the kind of structural plates that hold this kill saw encasing together. And if you want to learn more about this, check out last week's episode where I kind of go through the hazards in depth. But yeah, that's how the encasement is built for the hazards, and now we're just going to smooth this over real nice. Alright, so now we're kind of on the home stretch here. This part right here is like a huge puzzle. It's kind of like an intricate pattern, and trying to keep it symmetrical is a little bit difficult just from looking at the other side, but I think I got it after some trial and error. Now luckily, we're just onto these 2x2 tiles, and yeah, we're going to be finishing up the smooth surface. That's a little odd. I appear to be one 2x2 tile short. Yeah, somewhere along the way during the experimentation, I probably misplaced one of these, or maybe used it somewhere else, because I had to make some on-the-fly changes, but I'm going to head to my Lego box of black bricks and find it. Aha, here we go. One turned up with no printing on it. It's got some scratching, but you know what? Some fights happen, and this will be where the pulverizer is, so even better for that. No! Don't get stuck in there. I need that piece. Ah! There it is. Fell right out. Okay, so this is going to be our final piece of the puzzle. That is the ever smooth Battlebox floor that you can see right here. And yeah, I ended up having to use a lot more of these 2x1 tiles than I actually ordered. So it was kind of a headache finding them in my collection, but I finally found the last one, and it's going to go right here, just like the last piece of the puzzle. And look at that, we have got one smooth Lego Battlebox floor. Now we can move on to the outside and putting in the blue square. So now this will be kind of fun. We get to put the puzzle piece on that is the blue square. If I can find my not Parmesan cheese, but container of blue bricks, I can start putting that together. Oh wow, this looks so, oh my gosh. Wow, it really, this feels like, I mean, it's not done yet, but this feels like the finishing touch. Literally, just having this square on here like this, and seeing the red and the blue square, and I mean, geez, let's position some bots in there, right? Like, we can put Hydra right here, we can put Tombstone right here, like, ooh, this has got me really excited. I feel like I'm ready to watch a new episode of Battlebox now. So for building the blue pulverizer, it is a pretty simple build. These are all the pieces involved. I assembled the pulverizer on last week's episode, and we're just gonna start with this Technic axle with a end on it, and we're going to slide one of these little spacers down, slide the hammer on, just like that, and we'll actually twist that around because it's gonna want to be facing that direction. Then we're going to slide each of these Technic pinhole bricks on there. This silk piece gonna pop right on there, and that way we have the pulverizer hammer. Now here is the handle, which will go on the end of that Technic axle, just right there. Attach those, and we're going to bring this to the build. So now bringing in the pulverizer, we're just going to slap it down on this open couple studs right here, and now blue team finally has its own pulverizer hammer as we just build the little handle out of these two rounded bricks right here and pop that on, and now we've got a full-on pulverizer on the other side. You know, now that I'm looking at this, I'm actually noticing that I have an extra layer on this side. I guess I went a little too crazy with the layers here, so I'm gonna have to take this back apart, but I will spare you guys that detail at least, because I think we are just about done with this video. I will have one more installment of this series, and next episode, you guys will see the Lego Battlebox in completion. And boy, just thinking about how the smooth box surface looks, it's real. Like, I've been planning this build, I've been wanting to do this for a while. It is so cool to have it in bricks now, and I am gonna take some sick photos and sick videos on this build. Anyway, thank you guys for following along, listening to me while I keep track of building this project. As always, it's been a pleasure building with you. I certainly hope you've enjoyed building with me. Until next time, this has been Drew from BRICKcast.